that send a shiver through your socks. You've probably heard all of the fairy tales of dragons with big flappy wings and ferocious sharp pointy teeth gobbling up unsuspecting knights. But what if I was to tell you that is only half of the story? Not every dragon is a ferocious beastie with breath that's hot enough to melt your marshmallow. Oh, that's hot. Much like human folk, dragons comes in all different shapes and sizes, from huge wingless drakes to teeny tiny little fairy serpents. Dragons can be found in folklore from cultures all over the world. One dragon can be as different from another dragon as gnomes are to noodles. Now, when you think of dragons, you're probably imagining what's known as a Western dragon, but before I confuddles you, a Western dragon doesn't wear a cowboy hat and he doesn't carry a six-shooter. Oh, well, unless he's a spaghetti Western dragon. To be honest, I just made that up, so it probably don't exist. No, a Western dragon is the kind of dragon that you would find in a Western country. For example, anywhere in Europe or North America. And there are many types of Western dragon, from the true dragon with huge leathery wings and 4 legs to, the Wyvern, and he only has 2 legs. And then, of course, there's the worm. He doesn't have a leg to stand on and therefore loses every argument. Often a Western dragon is portrayed as being evil. They'll steal your sheep, burn down your castle, and cause a general nuisance of themselves. You could even say that they is greedier than a grumplin. At least a grumplin will keep your head warm at night, whereas the only thing a dragon likes to cozy up to is all the treasure that it's stolen. You see, dragons likes to sleep on top of all of the gold and the gemstones that they've stolen. So whoever told you the more expensive a bed is, the more comfy it is, well, they've never met a Western dragon. Western dragons are as fearsome as they are fantastical. And that is why they hold such value in our hearts. And that's why they can be found in folklore and fantasy and fairy tale throughout the Western world. However, on the other hand, they are only one side of the coin. Throughout East Asia, dragons are seen in an altogether different light. Eastern dragons are not to be confuddled with an Easter dragon. You see, Easter dragons only come out one time of the year when they steals the Easter eggs from the Easter bunny. Well, they don't really. You see, they're like a spaghetti Western dragon. I just made them up. Eastern dragons are generally considered to be good, which is just as well, because Eastern dragons are known to be far more powerful than their sinister Western cousins. 'Tis even said that they can harness the powers of nature and use magic to protect themselves and the things that they love. Eastern dragons are so revered and culturally significant that you still see dragon dances happening to this very day. And look over here. I have an Eastern dragon painted on top of this box, which is rather appropriate when you know the story behind what's inside. You see, this box is what's known as a Chinese pillow box. And in olden days, when folk couldn't lock their doors, they'd put their valuables inside a box like this, and then when they went to sleep, they'd lay their head down upon it. Oh, sorry, I think I dozed off. But this box don't contain the kind of valuables you would have found in a house of those days. For this box is the home of something else. You see, inside here, there's a dragon. Would you like to meet it? Very well then. But be aware that this dragon isn't an Eastern dragon, and this dragon isn't a Western dragon. This is a dragon of dreams. Now I know what you're thinking. That dragon ain't moving. But actually, this dragon will only move if it catches the eye of someone with big dreams. Tell you what, why don't you look in his eye now and see if you can get him to move? Oh, he liked that, didn't he? Look, it quite made his day. He's not stopping moving now, though. Oh! He bit my finger. Oh, you. Ow. Well, I suppose I'd better go and calm him down a bit. Seeing you has got him proper excited. Well, I'll see you again soon. For I have been Fizzlewit, and this has been my guide to dragons, and you have been enchanted.